Hi everyone, Oron is here, also known as Sean. Hi everyone. It's been a while since I've actually made a face-to-face video, I guess you would say. Um, and hopefully this is turning out okay because my editing software right now is showing this as like, yeah. Um, but today I'm going to be talking about something very special and dear to my heart. Comics! Yay! I guess you could call this Comic Talk Episode 2. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna call it that. Comic Talk Episode 2. Welcome, everyone. Um, Victor isn't here with me today, which sucks for him, but that's fine. He's busy with school, and I just wanted to make a video about this because comics is something I'm passionate about. Um, so mostly Marvel. You know me, Marvel. I love Marvel and stuff. Um, So the topic I want to talk about today is the new event coming up called Spiderverse, which is going to be really cool actually. Spiderverse, the what's the word for it? The tagline, I guess you would say, that they use to draw in readers, it's every Spider-Man ever. With some exceptions, of course, like 9 Spider-Man because Spider-Men, I guess you would say, because they can't use them because fucking they're owned by different companies or whatever, you know the deal. But people who want to get into Spider-Man who are like, oh, what the fuck, Spider-Verse? I don't know what Spider-Verse is. Um, I don't know what's been going on with Spider-Man. What the fuck's been going on with Spider-Man? So this video is just a everything you need to know before you read Spider-Verse or decide to get into Spider-Verse, I guess. There's these guys I actually used to watch called B3 Comics who are really cool, and they've stopped making videos, at least when I stopped watching them, and it sucked. But they did a video for Infinity, which was another event that was like last year, which is by far one of my favorite events. It's another thing I'm gonna talk about on my comic talk show. It's gonna be pretty fucking cool. But they did an everything you need to know before you read Infinity. It was like about 38 minutes long. I want to say it was long as shit. But yeah. So right now I'm gonna try and talk about the key players in Spider Verse, what's been going on with them, fucking what's what's been going on with them, my thoughts on those characters, I guess you would say, and just what's really gonna happen in Spider Verse. I don't really know. Um, but first, let's just start off with everyone's favorite Spider-Man, I guess. The Spider-Man that everyone seems to know is Amazing Spider-Man. You know, Spider-Man from Universe 616. Yeah, that's right. 616. What's been going on with him? So, if you are a avid comic reader, you would know, but if you are watching this and obviously you don't know. Um, so what has been going on with the Amazing Spider-Man? Well, he got his brain swapped with Dr. Octopus, Dr. Otto Octavius, and it sucked. It sucked for him, and he basically died in Otto Octavius's body, leaving Otto in his body and becoming the superior Spider-Man. And don't get me wrong, I love Superior Spider-Man, and I actually thought ahead, and I actually grabbed all the issues I have of Superior Spider-Man, starting with issue number 1, which is right here. This is actually a really cool issue. I love that issue. But fucking what happens with Superior, Otto in Peter's body, some shit's gonna happen. And it's not gonna be good. But good thing for Peter that before he died, he taught Otto all about power. Great power comes great responsibility and stuff like that. And that's pretty fucking cool. So Otto's gonna try and be a hero, and it kind of works, but at the same time, kind of doesn't. Like his whole plan to rid the city of crime, fucking just. Oh, these issues were great. Just first 5 were awesome. The cover art is great. I mean, this was actually the first comic I've ever bought. Like, this one, Superior Spider-Man number 2. This was the first comic I ever bought, and just, a lot of memories with that. But Superior Spider-Man, it's awesome. It's well told. Dan Slott is the writer. You got Steegman, who does the art sometimes. Uh, Ramos and Kama. I can't even pronounce that last name, but whatever. But so the basic plot of Superior Spider-Man and its 31 issue run, Otto Octavius, of course, is the Superior Spider-Man in Peter Parker's body. He not only tries to be a superior Spider-Man, but also a superior Peter Parker. And he does this by inventing more stuff at Horizon Labs, which was Peter's job before he fucking died in Otto's body. And he does that, and he tries to beat Spider-Man, but he's a bit more brutal than Peter ever would. He actually ends up killing Massacre, the this girl on the cover. He actually ends up killing him point blank. Pretty fucking cool. Not gonna lie about that. But yeah, he goes on this wave of crime spree and just like stops people and fucking he definitely hands out a harsher, what's the word for it? He definitely prefers a fist over an open hand. I don't know if that made sense, but all through this, Peter is actually, in the first 9 issues, he's with Otto, kind of, in his mind. His actual memories, because Otto decided not to erase Peter's memories because he thought they would be helpful in learning how to be Peter Parker in his own life, what he would react to things. But I guess all those memories took on a life of its own, and therefore, we have a ghost Peter inside of Otto's brain, and it's actually pretty cool. Until issue 9 when he completely destroys him. So, I actually really like this cover. This one's really cool. I like this cover a lot. But at issue 9, he totally kills Peter. Just wipes all the memories from his brain. Just like, bye, Peter. Bye-bye. And now he's fully Doc Ock. And it sucked. No, the storyline was actually really cool. And it just... This was actually a really cool storyline. Like, no joke. Like, I'm not just saying that because it was my first comic book series that I actually really, read and stuff. But, everything's fine and dandy with Og. He meets a girl named Anna Maria who's awesome and fucking... He falls in love with her, starts Parker Industries, gets a doctorate, so he's now a Dr. Peter Parker, which is kind of cool. And he just does spider bots, which watches the city and lets him know about all this crime that's going on. It's fucking awesome. But then the Green Goblin comes back and shit starts getting real. And the spider bots, which alerts Otto of all the crime in the city, it fucking does not. It crashes basically. The Green Goblin hacks the whole thing, the whole system of the spider bots around the city, and he just makes it so anything with the Goblin mask or a Goblin insignia or whatever, if a spider bot sees it, it's basically invisible. So yeah, basically invisible, and which allows all these crime dudes who are now going to the Green Goblin, now rechristened the Goblin King, fucking just like 52% of the entire city crime syndicate, and it's ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous how much the fucking Green Goblin controls by the end of all this. And yeah, so that's an ongoing storyline. Venom comes back too, and he also takes form in Ock, and this was actually a really cool issue. I love the cover of this one. It looks really cool. But yeah, in this one, Peter Parker apparently is back. He has 31 memories left in Ock's brain because those were the 31 memories that he showed Ock, and Ock commit those to memory, and so basically fucking Peter was able to survive, which was kind of cool. And blah blah blah, Goblin Nation happens, which is another cool storyline. Yeah, Green Goblin finally takes over New York, and he's all like, "Hey, Spider-Man, fucking, you got nothing on me. I mean, I got 52% of the crime in New York, and you got nothing." And Otto's all like, "Shit, this all grew right under my nose. And here I thought I was a superior Spider-Man, but nope, I'm not." And so, Peter undertakes. Oh, what was I gonna say? Fucking Otto gets all panicky. He's all like, "Oh shit, what would Peter do?" And he starts searching his memories, and Peter has to hide in his memories. It's a whole thing. And he actually ends up going inside of one of his memories of Ock. Peter does, and he actually legitimately dives inside Ock's body, like the memory of Ock's body, and actually makes him relive all of Ock's memories, and it's like really cool because it gives more backstory on Otto Octavius, and fucking Peter starts to lose his sense of self and he thinks he's Otto, and just it's really cool how they did that. But that's one thing. And at the end, when Peter, way back in Dying Wish, when Peter's like, "Hey Otto, this is what it means to have great power and great responsibility," right before he dies, like it reawakens Peter within his memories, all like, "I remember who I am. I'm Peter Parker and I'm Spider-Man." And he somehow gets all his memories back, which is kind of cool too and kind of convenient. And so at the end, fucking Otto can't save the city, so and Peter reveals himself, and Otto's all like, "You are the superior Spider-Man," and he hands the reins back to Peter, and he saves the city, and everything's fine and dandy, except it's not. Because while Otto was in control of Peter's body, some crazy shit happened. Like, he killed a dude. He brutally beat up like 20 other people. It was it was just so funny. Um but yeah, at the end of Superior Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man comes back, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, like I miss Otto. You know, Otto basically sacrifices himself so Peter can save Anna Maria Marconi, who's the chick that Ock is dating, and it just this whole big thing. And I swear to God, like all these other segments won't be as long. But so that is one key player in Spider-Verse. You got the superior Spider-Man. Yeah, superior Spider-Man. Um, so who else are key players in Spider-Verse? So we got Superior. Next we have Amazing, which I actually should have started out with, but now we have Amazing Spider-Man directly after the events of Superior Spider-Man and Goblin Nation. So you can see Peter's all like, "Yay! I'm free again! I'm free! I'm happy! Yay!" I actually bought 2 issues of the first one just because, it might be a collector's edition one day. I don't know. So I'm keeping one in pristine condition, the other I could just use for reading. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was worth it. Um, so Peter, now back in his body, he's all like, "Wonder what happened while Ock was in my body." And Anna Maria finds out that Peter is Spider-Man. He's all like, "Why did you tell me you were Spider-Man, Peter? God." Then next issue, Peter reveals himself to Anna Maria. He's all like, "Yeah, the dude you were in love with is actually Otto Octavius." And Anna Maria was like, "Oh, okay, I need to cook now." Because she's like a science whiz and amazing. I love Anna Maria so much. Um, and fucking, where was I going with that? And Electro comes back after being shot into space by Thor way back in like issue 684 or something like that of Amazing Spider-Man. Black Cat comes back and she's pissed at Peter because Otto basically ruined her reputation and stuff. Like, it was a little over 2 pages in issue 20 of Superior Spider-Man, and just little over 2 pages, he just knocks Black Cat out, webs her up to the wall, and just fucking, she's down, and she's pissed. And so there's that. Another thing, after that whole thing, it's actually still happening. Um, issues 4 and 5 are Original Sin tie-ins, and Original Sin is another event that's going on in the Marvel Universe that just finished like probably about a couple weeks ago, I want to say. And what basically happened is that because see this cover, yeah, basically says it all. Not only did the spider bite Peter, but it bit someone else, and it gave them amazing spider powers. And her name is Silk. She likes to be called Silk. Her actual name is Cindy Moon, but yeah. And this whole thing coming up with Spiderverse is that she's going to be a key player also. Cindy Moon is, and fucking there's something going on with pheromones, and they like Peter and Cindy legitimately cannot keep their hands off of each other, and it's hilarious because they just legitimately start making out at random points, and it's just hilarious. And they go on crime fighting things together, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so that's basically Amazing Spider-Man. There's these 2 issues, but nothing really important happens in them. This one guest stars Miss Marvel, which was kind of cool. And you see British Spider-Man, because this is actually an Edge of Spider-Verse thing. British Spider-Man of the British Corps, I think. And that's a whole other universe Spider-Man. He's going to be another key player, but I don't know really much about him, so sorry about that. So you have Superior and Amazing, who are key players in Spider-Verse. And that's going to be one other thing. So the next thing that's going to happen, another key player, would be Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. See, this is actually a really cool cover. And I just realized I'm probably going to put annotations down below. So if you just want to skip ahead to different Spider-Man and listen to me talk about them and ramble on about them, you're welcome to. I'll get into other things later too, like just the bulk of the stuff. Right now I'm just talking about key players. It's fun. Next you got Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man, which I just said. And basically what's happening right now with Miles Morales is that, you know how Peter Parker died in the Ultimate Universe? Yeah, nah, he didn't. He's still alive and kicking, and yeah, he's still alive and kicking. This cover is actually misleading. It says that they fight in this issue, but they don't. They actually kind of team up. And it's kind of cool. But fucking this latest issue, it explains it all, and it's pretty cool. I won't really give it away, but so we have Miles Morales, and we also have the original Ultimate Peter Parker back. So he too could be a key player in in Spider-Verse, and like I kind of want to see that. Fucking Miles is just like, "Oh, Peter, this is Peter. Say hi." Wait, you're me from another universe? What? Peter's mind is just gonna be so blown when he meets all these other Spider-Men. It's gonna be crazy awesome. But yeah, Miles' father left after he told him he was Spider-Man. He hasn't seen him since. Miles' girlfriend might actually break up with him because he's Spider-Man. There's this whole other thing. It's just, yeah, Peter. This is actually a really cool series. I like it a lot. These issues are really cool. But yeah, so Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man, another key player in Spider-Verse. And lastly, from what I know, that's all. That's all I've been really told. Besides the issues of Edge of Spider-Verse, that's the last key player from what I know. Again, this is just from what I know. So we have Spider-Man 2099. Of course, he came back after so long. After so fucking long of not being in the continuity, he's back. And he came back issues 17 through 19 of Superior Spider-Man. There was a whole temporal distortion type of thing, and Spider-Man 2099 had to go back in time. And now he's basically stranded in the current timeline, which sucks for him. But he's making do, I guess. He's protecting his grandfather, Tiberius Stone, and it's just like, shit, if he dies, I'm dead. He's like, he knows I can't hurt him or anything, but these covers, though, are beautiful. Like, I don't know if you can see these covers really, but they are just beautiful covers. Like, holy shit. I love these covers so much. But yeah, he's another key player, and in this latest issue, which was the Edge of Spider-Verse, fucking the main bad guy just is going around all these universes, which is something I will delve more into later. But there's a bunch of these other Spider-Man 2099s, and one of them from one of the universes is all like, I should get in contact with all these other Spider-Man 2099s, and let's tell them what's going on and team up, kind of like what's I'm going to talk about later. Um, but fucking, uh, the main bad guy's name is Moreland, and apparently he's been in Spider-Man before. I mean, I haven't read about him before, but I guess he's a really big dude, and I kind of want to read about him now. um, but they're all like, "Yo, Spidey, hey, watch out for Morley. He's killing all of us." And fucking this 2099 dude's like, "Okay, MJ, we gotta go. We gotta go to 616 because that's the only universe where Moreland is afraid to go." And MJ's all like, "Why is that?" It's because, and 2099's just like, "That's because that's the only universe where he's ever died." And fucking yeah, Moreland died in 616, and so and there's just this really great scene, like fucking that Spider-Man that's trying to gather everyone around and just be like, let's all team up. Fucking, he's about to step into the 616 universe with MJ, and Moreland just comes in and just stabs him in the back. It's just like, excuse me while I make weird faces. He just stabs him in the back, and it's hilarious, kind of. But then he's just standing there right before, like, he sees the other 2099 Spider-Man just standing right there, and he can totally kill him if he wanted to, but there's just this close-up on his face, and he's just terrified of going into 616, because he knows that's the only place where he's ever died. And like fucking 2099's, after seeing that, he's just like, oh shit, I gotta find Peter Parker. And that's where we left off. So those are the major players in the Spider-Verse that I know of right now. I also know from a teaser thing that I know Kane's going to be in it. I wish I could talk about Kane, but I know nothing about Kane. That's Victor's thing. Um, there's also fucking Spider-Woman, who's apparently in this entire thing because the word spider's in her name, so I guess that's a thing. Um, and we also have a few other people, which I'll get into, but so those are the key players in Spider-Verse. So what is Spider-Verse going to be, really? Spider-Verse is just basically, every Spider-Man ever. It's going to be all of these Spider-Man coming together to fight a common threat and just beat the shit out of them, and just beat them up, fucking kill them, and just, so that way they don't all die. Because what's basically happening is that there's this dude named Moreland, which I said earlier, and I guess he's part of a family. There's a family of these Spider Slayer dudes. I'm not sure if they're the same dude, though. I should actually read that before I give you misinformation. But fucking, there's Moreland and the Spider Slayer family. So you could see that for yourself. And also Superior came back, which isn't a surprise, but it's not really Superior. It's just in issues 17 through 19 when 2099 came back, Otto got lost in the future for about 8 hours, and so that's when these take place. And so it's not really Superior, it's just time type things. Even though these come after, like, the numbering is after Spider or fucking Goblin Nation happens, and that's when Otto gives the reins back to Peter. But Otto and his superiorness, so to speak, sees this threat and this dude, and he's all like, holy shit. Like, and he does this because he's trying to get back to his normal time, and he's just all like, and he starts jumping from universe to universe on accident, and he keeps seeing all these dead Spider-Men. And he's all like, whoa, what the fuck is happening? Seriously, what the fuck is happening right now? And then he encounters him, and he's all like, shit, I gotta get away. And he gets away, of course, and he actually saves a few Spider-Man also. Um, and that's where Edge of Spider-Verse comes in, because Otto is gathering all the Spider Army, much like that one 2099 dude was doing. He's all like, we gotta fight this dude. We gotta band together and fight this dude. And what's really awesome too is that I guess in this way, Otto is superior than Peter Parker, because a bunch of these universes of different Peter Parkers did not think to stand together. Be like, this dude's killing all of us. Why don't we stand together? Nah, let's just fight him. Yeah, we'll fight him. Yeah. But no, they just fight him and they die. Simple as that. But yeah, Otto thinks of it, and it's like kind of cool because he's smart, like Peter is, but Otto is more of a tactics guy, I guess you would say. But yeah, so what happens is that he goes around to these different universes, like trying to find all these different Spider-Men, save them, be like, hey, this dude's trying to kill us all. Can you join us and we'll fight him? I'll be like, yeah, okay, let's do it. And so that's the basic premise of Edge of Spider-Verse. And that's just the prelude to Spider-Verse, which is actually almost done. The Edge of Spider-Verse is. So we got 5 issues explaining 5 key players in the Spider-Verse thing. So let's talk about that. First, we got Spider-Man Noir. Of course, Spider-Man Noir. He's awesome. Love Spider-Man Noir. And yeah, he just meets up with Otto. He's all like, yay! You saved me! Thanks! Then we got Gwen Stacy, Spider-Woman. Holy shit! This issue was really good. This was probably my favorite out of the 5-issue series of Spider-Verse, or Edge of Spider-Verse anyways. It was so cool because, Gwen Stacy it's Gwen Stacy and she's Spider-Woman, and Peter became the Lizard, and fucking Peter died trying to be like Gwen, and Gwen has to hold on to that guilt, and knowing that she's gonna be a key player in Spider-Verse, and like she's gonna meet Peter again and be like, I let you die, and Peter's just gonna be like, I let you die too, I'm sorry. They just both cry about it, and they're happy to meet each other again. But seriously, her costume is so cool though. Like, I love her costume. It's all white, and she wears a mask and a hoodie, and she's really sassy too. I love it. I love Gwen Stacy so much. This was really cool. This was a cool issue. So, this is one of the ones where I start to question if this person's really going to be in Spider-Verse. Not like in a bad way, but because the ending is sort of, what do you call it? It leaves you off on a cliffhanger. This one, Aaron Eichmann, or Ackman, however you say it, the Spider-Man. This one was a pretty cool issue. He gets bit by a radioactive spider, of course, and then he builds this suit and becomes the Spider-Man. And wait, does he get bit by a spider? I forget. Oh well, I have to reread these anyways. But yeah, he builds this suit, and then all this other stuff happens, and then Moreland comes in. And he's all like, "Dude, your story ends here." Like on the last page, it's kind of cool. And you see him walking through the time door that he's used in the past, and he's just like, "Yeah, your story ends here," and it doesn't show him killing him. It just says your story ends here. We have to assume that he dies, but we're not entirely sure that he dies. You get what I'm saying? It's like really weird, but it was a cool issue. Not gonna lie, it reminds me a lot of Japanese Spider-Man because just the name and the character looks, and just it was pretty cool, pretty fucking cool. Next we got Edge of Spider-Verse. I Walked with the Spider. Holy shit, this issue was creepy. Just this version of Peter Parker, just he's a nerd, of course, and his uncle is actually really super abusive. Mary Jane lives next door, of course. Uh, and this Peter gets bit by a radioactive spider trying to rescue a bunch of animals from uh, this version's Oscorp, and he ends up getting bit by a spider and fucking yeah, it's kind of gross and kind of creepy at the same time. Like I probably won't do this with all the issues, otherwise it would be like 2 hours long. But just some of the art, like it's really creepy. Fucking, the uncle is really super abusive and just he's he sucks, and he eats a cat. He becomes a legitimate spider and he eats a cat. It's like disturbing as shit. And he fucking eats his uncle. Like, holy shit. This guy eats his uncle. Sure, he was abusive, but he fucking eats his uncle. Like, holy shit. It's like, wow. And fucking, he makes out with Mary Jane, this universe's Mary Jane, then bites her on the neck. And this spider, like, reproduces by biting things. And so, because he bit Mary Jane, fucking just look at that. That's fucking creepy as shit. Because they're like, I love you, Mary Jane. Stay with me. And just, yeah, it's really creepy. And then Moreland just comes along. He's all like, oh, dude, you smell fucking disgusting. I can smell you all the way from fucking 2,000 universes away. Like, Jesus Christ. And he kills him. So, but at the very end, it's just like, on the bite on this version's Mary Jane's neck, fucking just spiders come out and she dies basically. Pretty sure, anyways. But yeah, like this is the one where I am not sure how they were gonna tie this into Spider-Verse because one, fucking this Spider-Man died. Two, Moreland ate him, and Mary Jane ran away. And I don't know how they're going to tie that in because fucking Moreland's not there anymore and he couldn't sense it. So, yeah, but seriously, this issue was fucking disturbing. Like, I'm like, ugh, ugh. Like, I was sitting in art class reading it and I'm just like cringing because it's ugh. Not like bad, but like, ugh. Just, ugh. I cringe sometimes. Lastly, this one is actually probably my favorite out of all of them except for the Gwen Stacy one. That was cool. This one was written by Gerard Way, the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. So, yeah, this is actually his first Marvel comic ever. Like, this is the first comic he's written for Marvel, and it's kind of like I'm holding history in my hands, So, like, I'm really happy about that. Because, it's Gerard Way and fucking, yeah, that's cool. But, yeah, this was a really cool issue. The old Peter Parker died, leaving the daughter to pick up where he left off. And there's, the radioactive spider is actually like it bites you and then it forms like a telepathic bond, I guess, giving you like superpowers and like allows you to pilot this suit, I guess. That's what I got from it anyways. And the little girl kicks so much ass in it and the suit looks so cool. Like holy shit. This one doesn't die either, so it's kind of cool. But let me see if I can find a good picture of it. There is a bunch of good pictures. But it's just, this was a really well written issue. See, there it is. It looks really cool and so huge. Like, I'm just in envy of how huge that thing is. That is awesome. And just my favorite little Easter egg in this issue, which I actually noticed first time reading because I'm a huge fan of what this Easter egg is. I'm just like, oh my god, Gerard Way, you son of a bitch. It was either him or the artist, I don't know. But whoever it was, they're a son of a bitch, and I love them. Like in this little fight scene, I don't know if you could see that. Hopefully you can see that. That is Kaneda in the middle with his light gun and his red jacket and everything. That is fucking Kaneda from Akira. And there's my dog's barking. But seriously, that is Kaneda from fucking Akira. And they drew that in there, and I'm just like, holy shit, that is amazing. And just fucking Spider Ham and this other dude come and pick her up, and they go and join Superior. So that's kind of cool. Anyways, that is what's going on with Edge of Spider-Verse, and if you want to start reading Spider-Verse, that's really what you should start reading, I guess. But that is what's going on. So if you want to pick up Spider-Verse, you got Amazing Spider-Man, which is coming out. You got a bunch of other things, and a bunch of Spider-Man are coming back, and it's gonna be awesome. And just there is so much to look forward to in Spider-Verse. I'm just so excited. But hopefully this has been something interesting, I guess, that you enjoyed watching and having me talk about for like, what's the time? 36 minutes. Like around 36 minutes. Like, holy shit. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will do more videos of like this in the future. Hopefully. It'll probably just be reviews and be like, this is what happened. It was really cool. You know, I probably could have done an entire episode just on Superior. That would have been really cool. But yeah, this is just me talking about comics, which is kind of nice. Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I really do hope you like it and subscribe and comment and all that other stuff. And just know I really appreciate you guys, and I'm really grateful for the amount of subscribers I have, which is only 48, but still, I'm really grateful that 48 of you individuals actually click subscribe and was like, yeah, this guy deserves it. This guy deserves it. So thank you. Yeah, so anyways, I got other stuff coming up, but until then, this is Oronus signing off, so I will see you all in the next video. I'm gonna have a bunch of annotations that are gonna come up after this, and you can go and check out some of my other stuff. I do video game playthroughs, and currently I'm doing Final Fantasy X, 12, 14, which is a silent play, and a bunch of other games which I need to continue, because I have not done those in a while. But anyways, yeah, click the annotations, go watch some more of my stuff, and I really hope you enjoy it. Anyways, I will see you guys next time.